Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be speaking about water witchcraft, and this is Magic and Lore from the Celtic tradition by Annwyn Avalon. This book is a true witchcraft book working with the element of water. All the books I've reviewed so far upon my channel have not been truly a witchcraft book. Mermaid Magic did cover some witchcraft aspects, but this book is a literal magic book on how to work with water. And I would put this in the category of DJ Conway's material. I reviewed Magical Mermaids, that book, and also her Dancing with Dragons. These are real books with methods and strategies on how to work with this element. This book is based on the intention of us working with water, meaning that she begins to refer to water molecules that are observed by Dr. Emoto. He's a Japanese doctor, and he studied water and how our energy and intent and our thought forms and patterns can affect water. So she uses that concept of us being able to do whatever we want to with water by gathering it from natural places and sources and using it in manifestation, in spells. So what she goes through is she will discuss every single this book is not a book that deals with sea magic. She mentions it, and she has another book I bought that deals with sea magic. This book is literally a book for landlocked mermaids, which I adore because I'm not by the sea. I'm further away. I'm in Croatia and I'm inland. And this book really touched my soul because I felt so isolated and ostracized from the ocean because I was used to always working with the ocean and I couldn't. So this book taught me how to work with the well that I have in my own property. There was a rainstorm and I learned how to gather the water from that thunderstorm. So she speaks about river witches, sacred well witches, as you can see, lake, marsh, and what these types of waters, what they're used for. And she did her own research, and again, this is based on Celtic lore and things that she deeply researched. And for example, she will give you the personality and psychology of each water. For example, marsh water, and what marsh water was used for and what was it associated and what spirits and beings that were there. And she speaks about the Jani Loci, which is the spirit of a place. And so she speaks a bit about sea witches, but not much. And most of this is her obsession, as she says, with a water that is from land sources, meaning anywhere where there's streams, fountains, anywhere you're walking in the woods and forests and fields. This is what she adored, and this is what she focused upon within this book. However, she does have another book that I bought that I have to read, and it's on the way, which is regarding sea magic. So she this book was absolutely eye-opening. It really was. I never really looked at things as in such detail, with everything you can think of, every type of water, tap water, snow and ice, dew, spring and well, waterfalls, anything you can imagine where there's water, even our urine, everything, tea. It is so well researched. I haven't read a book like this in a long time, where you really feel this woman is, and she does have a YouTube channel, that this woman really is, this is an expertise. This is really a really well-written book, and many people comment on that. Again, there's just a lot of tools that she also speaks about, as you can see here: shark's teeth, shells, stones, fossils, wands, the sea balls, also creatures. She lists many beings that I've never even heard of in other books I've read. Again, mermaids and finfolk. There's a whole section, if I could find it, where there were so many beings that I've never ever heard of. Towards the end, here, it was almost like there they are, all of these Celtic names and creatures that existed I've never heard of before, associated with water, creatures from all parts of the world, to Germanic, etc. She does mention some, stories. It's okay. I don't need those stories because I have it in the other books. So that's okay. What I really wanted was a book on literally working with the water. I'm working with it literally, not something that kind of, it's okay. I like my other books, but this one is literally how to do this, how to, because you almost feel like a child. You feel like, does this really work? You feel like you're a little kid gathering things, but it's actually very serious. It's real. And all you have to do, and it's very simple, is to have an intention. And you gather these items, these waters, and you can use them to do whatever you like with them. However, this doesn't make it that you are only the magical person. No, because the water itself is also magical, but you can do what you want with it because you can infuse and change it and bond with it and enter into a union with it, like Dr. Emoto says, to manifest things. So that's the back of it. And her YouTube channel is Annwyn Avalon. I'm going to, write it at the bottom also because she does have a YouTube channel. And I realized that because when I was looking at this book, I recognized the name because I was subscribed to her for a long time. And what was so crazily interesting and amazing was that in one of my videos, recently, about a month ago or so, I actually said that a mirror was a telephone and it's superior to a real telephone. And I was watching one of her videos and I couldn't believe she said the same thing. So I felt an instant total connection and I absolutely knew I was going to adore her book. And I knew just observing her that I connected with her because she also mentions this craze with mermaids and wearing tails and this whole thing with girls wearing these tails, and she mentions how that has nothing to do with water spirits. And I really connected with her on that too because I always felt that was going a bit too far with the craze with all these mermaid places in Las Vegas and people dressing like mermaids and buying these tails that were expensive. She touches upon that. However, everything is okay. It's okay. It's all nice to have it all because I believe the Mermaids 101 book by Doreen Virtue is all about that tail. People's obsession with the tail, how they feel amazing when they wear it. And I'll probably buy that book too. But I did hear people complain about that book by Doreen Virtue, that it was just a book about swimming and being rich in water. So this book is truly a book for people who know how to separate themselves from the beings, because she says we're still a human, we're not a water creature. And she makes that distinction of this beautiful, logical, beautiful way of practically looking at water. And knowing you're a human, you're not, you're not this or that, and working with it and having this beautiful relationship with it. And that's exactly, there goes my cat jumping. That's exactly what I was looking for. Somebody who was not obsessing over that tail. And this is what she is. She's not associated with that scene of people putting on tails, etc. Thanks for stopping by. Take care, everyone.